Cause number 324508-1. The case is style of State of Texas versus Jordan Janae Ambers. For the record, your name is Jordan Janae Ambers. Ms. Ambers, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Ambers, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Ambers, you may put your hand down. Ms. Ambers, how are you doing? Yes, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And Mr. Macy, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Macy, you gonna waive a record in this case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Macy, Ms. Ambers, on or about, well, the information that I have before me states that on or about April 19 of 2019, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Ms. Ambers, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to discharge, Ms. Ambers, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Now, you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Ambers, I have before me a document that is titled a misdemeanor plea admonishment, labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Mhm.
You have to speak up. Okay. Now, Ms. Ambers, on the second page of this document, there's a set of initials on the line that's titled no contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials JA on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of the same document, Ms. Ambers, there's a signature at the top of this document above the line that's titled defendant. Did you sign this document?
Yes, sir.
On the next document, which is a trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature on the line
Yes, sir.
that says defendant? And at the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that's checked. The first box states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that? The second box states that you're waiving, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Ambers, I also have before me a document that is titled the discovery certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature on this document?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Ambers, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did your attorney, Mr. Macy, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes, sir.
to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor, and also like to offer states to the probable cause affidavit.
Mr. Macy, you have any objections?
No objection to either document, Judge.
Okay, no objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Macy, you've advised and counseled Ms. Ambers. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Ambers, your attorney, Mr. Macy, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Ambers, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
The agreement is for a $1,000 fine plus court costs. And in addition, the defendant has 5 days jail credit.
Okay, Ms. Ambers, state is offering that you pay a fine of $1,000 plus court costs. That comes to a total of $1,332. You will be given credit for 5 days, which means that the 5 days is equivalent to $500 that will be subtracted from the $1,332. So that will leave a total of $832. Would you be able to pay that today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Ms. Ambers, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Ambers, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Ambers, please stand on the X next to your attorney. You're gonna follow the directions of our clerk. Once you finish following those directions, you'll be free to go and to make your payment and make sure that you bring back your receipt today. Okay? And once you do that, you're free to go and you have a blessed day.
Okay.
Okay, and Mr. Macy, is this your only case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank
If
you,
you would put your right thumb on that blue light for me. Thank you. And remove your thumb.
Cameron Hernandez, oh, he's not here. Let me do this. Let me go to NTRP docket. Macintosh,
Your Honor, can I talk to Ms. Mitchell?
yes, you can.
Another one of his that showed up a little late that I didn't tell you about earlier is Tracy Samuel on first page of the announcement. She's present.
Okay, okay. Justin Nicholas Cruz Turner. Your full name is Justin Nicholas Cruz Turner.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Cruz Turner?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Cruz Turner, we have two cases. First case is cause number 321-088. Second case is cause number 329-064. And the first case is a motion to revoke probation, and your second case is not a motion to revoke probation. I think that the last time you was here, back in June, on June the 4th,
Yes, sir.
you were given time to hire an attorney.
Yes,
Have
sir.
you hired your attorney?
No, I got laid off about a week after that. Our job ended and I just started my other job about 2 weeks ago. So I'm really wasn't able to get an attorney. So guess we can proceed without one.
Okay, if you want to, you need to sign, there's a waiver on the, I'll go over it with you. Now, let me do this here, judge's explanation. There's a judge's explanation also on that table. And you would have to, if you want to proceed without it, you would have to check the appropriate box. Now, let me go over the judge's explanation. I went over it before with you back in June 4th. I'll go over it again. And it reads, judge's explanation of rights to defendants without an attorney. As a defendant in a criminal case, you have three options. Number one, you may hire an attorney. Number two, if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney be appointed to represent you. Or number three, you may represent yourself. If you want an attorney to represent you and have enough money to hire an attorney, the case will be reset to give you time to do so. If you want an attorney and do not have the money to hire one, you will need to fill out a financial questionnaire so that the proper person can determine whether or not to appoint an attorney to represent you. You may not speak to the prosecutor about your case unless you sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. And that's the second document that you have, all right? Be aware that there are dangers to self-representation. Waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant legal rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. You may choose to proceed without an attorney.
Okay.
You may change your mind at any time and may request counsel from the court. At the bottom of this document, it says defendant's choice. Mark initials next to only one choice. If your choice is I want to reset this case to hire an attorney, you put your initials on the first line to the left. If you've already hired an attorney, then you put your initials on the second line to the left, name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is I want to apply for court-appointed counsel, then you put your initials on the third line to the left. If you've already been appointed to court-appointed counsel, you put your initials on the fourth line to the left and the name of the counsel on the line to the right. If you want to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself, you'll put your initials on the fifth line to the left, and then you'll sign at the bottom. After you make your choice, you'll sign at the bottom where it says defendant, and you'll place today's date, July 23rd of 2021. So please initial and then sign and date that document.
Just sign this other one too.
Yeah, now the second document, I'll go over that, which it says waiver of counsel for purposes of entering a guilty plea or proceeding to trial. I have been advised of the nature and charges against me and the dangers and disadvantages of self-representation. My waiver is voluntarily and intelligent made. Furthermore, I have been advised this 23rd day of July 2021 by the County Court at Law Number 2 of my right to representation by counsel in the case pending against me. I have been further advised that if I am unable to afford counsel, one will be appointed for me free of charge. Understanding my right to have counsel appointed for me free of charge, if I am not financially able to employ counsel, I wish to waive that right and request the court to proceed with my case without an attorney being appointed for me. I hereby waive my right to counsel. And then if that's your choice, you'll sign on the line where it says defendant and date it today's date. And now, okay, Mr. Cruz Turner, I'll give you an opportunity to talk to the prosecutor about and the probation officer about your case. All right, so we'll be in recess.